here are 5 reasons why Crank 2 High Voltage is the most amazing movie ever made. Number 5. The premise. Number 4. Perfectly relatable.
Implausible.
Number 3. The characters. Number 2. Gives no fucks. Crank. Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. And the number 1 reason why Crank 2 High Voltage is the most amazing movie ever made is science.